up, you guys? It's Mary.
And
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, you all, because today we are going to be talking about this bandit, this degenerate of an uncle who went and murdered his brother's son, his nephew. And y'all know who we talking about. We're talking about that fool, Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies. Anybody been watching that show, Sweetie Pies?
Listen.
She was a backup singer for
with Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, I can
decided to open up a restaurant.
I know.
And make it a family business.
I know.
Mom used to watch the show. I told her yesterday, oh, this guy from Sweetie Pies, you ever watch Sweetie Pies? He going to jail for life. And Mom was like, what the? All I heard was, I was on the toilets. And all I heard it was say, what the F-U-C-K? I was like, oh, why is she acting like this? She's been effed up all day since.
Yes. They really...
She's been upset since last night.
It was hard to sleep. I woke up this morning quite early. Like, I was so stressed out that I started having dizzy spells. Like, as a mom, right?
Yeah.
Single mom. And just as a mom, forget about single mom, just as a mom,
as a mother,
you give your blood, sweat, and tears for your children. And this woman did just that. You know, I used to watch this show. It blew my effing mind. It blew my mind.
Because she was saying
I watched
no
this
way.
show over a decade ago. I used to, from the time when they were like opening and from the time when they started the show, Sweetie Pies. I love the mother. You know, she tell it like it is. Miss Robbie's tell it like it is. You know, It was only when I was watching some things today that I was like, wait a minute, this man was in jail before. He was convicted and he was in jail
at
for 10 years.
17 for robbery.
Yeah, it had to. Well, he was older, a little older than 17, I think, but he was a young man, and he was in jail for 10 years for armed robbery.
You know, Mike Tyson once said, anybody who has been in jail for any long period of time should not come out of jail.
Yes, he did. He said so.
He said that. He said they can't be rehabilitated.
He said so. Even though he's out, right? So, but he will know, right? Because he spent time in jail, so he will know.
I think he had raped
like
his
6
fiance
years.
Or his wife.
Allegedly, some domestic violence and stuff like that.
Already, this man has a character flaw. This Tim person.
Yeah.
So the fact that
But your mom gave you a chance.
Yeah.
How many ex-convicts you know who get to come out, find a job, and become a millionaire? How many ex-convicts you know? He had an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
This woman was about legacy building.
Yeah, she was.
And this bandit, you see him after he murdered for hire to kill his nephew. After he has done that, and this boy died March 14th, 2016. You see Tim at the funeral, like speaking at the funeral. He's going to talk shows, he had the nerve to why is there so much killing in our community?
And he had the nerve to say that because the men are not in the homes, single mothers tend to emasculate their sons. I know for a fact that is false.
It is false.
Because there is somebody that we know who lives with a cousin that we know that lives with his daddy, and he says verbatim, I feel the most emasculated when I'm around my father.
Yes.
Not the mother.
Yes.
So my thing is, I feel like men do that. Distant cousin. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I don't feel women do that because we are very known to almost like coddle and uplift and support and giving nurturing. You can't emasculate a man by being nurturing to him and caring for him.
No,
like
it's the men that do that.
It's the men that do that. They're always like they need to be hard on them. We need to break them. We need to be rough on them. Who's being emasculating? So that is just
they are the ones doing it. And Tim, I remember an episode when what's that boy's name? The other little one, I think his name Charles. He came in with Andre. And Charles was like near tears. See, that's where the emasculation happened.
Yeah.
He was near, as a young man, he was like near tears. His voice was breaking. Yeah. And he's telling Miss Robbie, look at what Tim did. He like hit my arm, grabbed me, pushed me up against the wall,
And then punched Andre in the
punched
face.
Andre in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's emasculation. And when Miss Robbie,
That's abuse, actually. That's abuse.
It is abuse. And Miss Robbie actually fired him because of that. Because and then what really just sickened me with that episode, I remember, I was just like, first of all, this is a business.
Yeah.
They're your employees.
Yeah.
You pay them. You will never go and punch any employee in the mouth.
Like a
You
stranger.
wouldn't, because they're going to sue you.
Yeah.
They're going to sue you. So you wouldn't do that. And that's what annoys me. You hire family, which really you should treat better than the other employees, because they're strangers.
Yeah.
You know, but they flip it. It's like that. Was it Master P?
Yeah. With Romeo Miller, I think.
Yes, Romeo.
He barely never paid his son.
That's what he
He's
said.
now working paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, that's emasculating, because the thing is, you're not even talking about legacy.
No.
Like, everybody's like, I just feel like in the black community, we do this disservice to the children, where we're like, get the F out when you're 18 and go make it on your own. But rich people who have generational wealth, and they have money that stays in the family, they don't do bullshit like that. They don't. Like, the child could be on drugs, could be an alcoholic, all this stuff. You still got a job at daddy's company. You will always have money. I'll buy you a house. All of that. They take care of their children. It's not spoiling. It's called taking care of your children. That's called building generational wealth. All of that. If you are a millionaire or you have money, like, you should never have to. Your kids should not be there talking about how they're working paycheck to paycheck. No. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of wickedness is that?
That makes no sense.
I'm gonna keep my little, like, why? It's so annoying when you see that. Look at the guy who won in Pennsylvania, Fetterman, who's the governor of Pennsylvania. His father has been paying his bills for him. This man is like in his 40s. Well, he's older than 40, in his 40s. But up until he was in his mid-40s, his father was helping him to pay his bills. Yeah. He said so. This is a grown-ass man, totally grown. Yeah. But the parent is helping, and now he's governor. So he's able to stand on his feet. But that's
what Miss Robbie was doing for Tim. And you go and you're an
ex-convict. And then, the other thing that I think he was jealous of Andre. Because he was even saying to, in the confessional, that's what the moms do. They're spoiling these boys and all this stuff. I mean, look at Andre. He's 210 pounds. And I'm thinking, why is he clocking this man how big he is? But I think what it is, especially in our community, the fathers begin to become afraid of the sons. So as the son is growing up and getting taller and having their growth spurts and getting bigger, the father feels this need to
do buck breaking, really, in a sense,
and let him be afraid of him. And
he
said
that they have to be feared. Didn't he say that?
Yes, but why is that? Why is this happening in our community? Because a lot of black men feel emasculated out there in the world, because you say it is another race of people, but it's also because of your laziness too. You're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man. And so that's why when stuff goes out there on you, you feel less than. Because you yourself are not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not taking care of the community. You're not even being married to the women.
You're creating
broken homes.
For Tim to say that was ignorant. Because who's leaving the women?
Yeah.
Who's creating single mothers, though?
This guy talked about, while he was in court for his testimony, he talked about how since 2009, and if I'm not mistaken, he was engaged to Janae at that time. Since 2009, has a sex worker who he pays on a regular basis. So that's not even being a man. No. So you're standing there saying, you want to be a father figure to Andre. You're not fit, because there's a character flaw there.
mean, you've already been in jail.
Yeah,
Which already
so the
shows that
reason
you're
why-
irresponsible with money.
Yeah, the reason why a lot of times black men go out of their way to be buck breaking their sons or young men is because a man who's doing the right thing is never afraid that one day the son is going to grow up and beat me.
Yeah,
If he was doing the right thing, you'd never have that fear.
right.
You work with your child and make sure they're standing on their own two legs, and you want them to come up strong so that they don't have to depend on you anymore.
Yeah,
You want to create a strong man.
yeah,
You never go punching him in the face. This is his identity. You took a fist and punched a child who actually wasn't yours.
I know.
This is your dead brother's son. He's not yours, okay, to be punching in the face. Like, you could have talked to him.
Yeah.
Well, oh, they were goofing off, so I'm going to punch you in front of other employees.
Buck-breaking.
Talk about emasculation. You done lost your effing mind.
Yeah,
Slamming the other one who weighs $150. You slamming him against the wall and all this foolishness in a place of business. This fool.
as
I don't know. I mean, you
as
thought this
big
about the
as
jail
you
yard.
are, as
Like,
big as you are.
Yeah, yeah.
And you talk about how
And he
men
continues-
have to be scared of something. You be scared of God, not another flawed human being.
Thank you.
That don't make no sense.
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
And if you are raising sons who you want to be afraid of you, who you want to fear you, then you're not trying to make them into men.
no,
Because you want sons who fear no one but God.
yeah,
You can respect individuals. You can even, have some form of
reverence.
for them. Yes.
Yeah,
You can admire them.
Mhm.
You can be inspired by them,
yeah,
but never to fear them. Never to fear any man but God, because a man will always fall.
yeah,
So you don't want to teach your son to fear man, because that's how we get led astray.
facts.
Because we're fearing men, you're now raising strong men, and then they're able to fall into a lifestyle that says, hey, you gotta kill to join this gang. And then they put another man above themselves, because that's what you've taught them. And shame on you, Tim, because here's a guy, grandma brought him when he was fairly young for you to have an impact on. Yet after high school, he goes into gang life. That's a shame on you. That's a shame on you, because you're the one who was trying to be a father figure to them. Hell, you even took out a life insurance, 2 life insurance policies on the guy. You tried to take out a total of 5.
Even on
You
his
were
own
denied
mother.
with 3.
He didn't get one on his own love for
Yeah,
like
he has
$1 million.
1 million. So maybe she was next. Because like,
I just thought it was crazy because when I
Yeah.
first told you, you actually said, "Why are they giving that man life? He only hired. He didn't kill somebody." And then when
I
you found
thought
out that he
that he did. So, and nephew was dead. I was so confused.
she was
I
screaming
am.
all night. Like, I'm sure the neighbors too could not get no sleep.
Let me tell
Every
you,
time
I was
she found
so
out new
late.
news, there was another F-bomb being dropped.
Yes, I have been so late on this. It's not even funny. I was like 20, but you see, 2016. I was too busy. You were
in
on your
that
way
hamster
going up to
wheel.
college.
Yeah, you were
I'm here
working
my
several
job.
jobs.
My marriage was coming to an end.
Yeah.
And then homeschooling on top of that. Like, I had no time. You know why it's so funny? I've never been on YouTube until after
COVID.
I had actually retired.
Yeah.
And like watching TV, who has time for watching TV when you got kids at home, you're married, and you working?
Yeah.
All of those are full-time jobs. I've been so late on this, but I have been dumbfounded. I remember I was watching this Sweetie Pie like a decade ago. Over a decade ago, right?
Yeah.
Didn't this show come out in 2010, 2011, or 2012, something like that?
But I think
Lord,
it's crazy.
It's just, my heart breaks. You gave everything, Miss Robbie. to actually have good men around you. You know what I'm saying? To continue the Montgomery name. You gave your all. Now she's in her 80s. They're all gone because of this bandit. Now you wonder to yourself, man. And she's still trying to hang in there. I mean, I can't even blame her really, because this is the only male child left. This is the only male figure left.
And my thing is, I don't think she actually wants to believe it. But what I thought was very interesting was the fact that he said that, you know, the reason why men do this is because they're being emasculated by single mothers, which is a whole damn lie. And then second of all, he said, so what happens is men, the boys, they turn to the street because being around other men in the street is like a drug to them. Like they need that drug. Like they need to be around other men.
But you were there. You're the man. You're there. So why did Andre need somebody else?
And why did he
because
go to the streets?
You have been emasculating him since he was a teenager. You've been emasculating him. That's why he will have turned to the streets. That's why he lifting weights, trying to get big, so that one day I can beat your ass. That's why. That's the only reason why. Listen, I have brothers. I know how that comes about. When they start trying to get big and really training, like, okay, you see that fire in the eye? That's why he punched him in the face. That's why he punched him.
Yeah.
Because all that buck breaking that you all whine about that happens, oh, another man over there is buck breaking me. As if you were not also a man to stand the F up and deal with that. You're another man. This system also is buck breaking me. Like, but you're another man. Do you understand? You are also another man. But the problem is, it's like an infestation from one father to the next, buck breaking each other.
Yeah.
You don't really have, because you don't have power out there, out of your community, you try to have your power in your community, and you use the same tactics that the people you call your enemy, because your enemy really is yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Your enemy really is yourself. But you use those same tactics to do it with your own men in the community. Buck breaking these young. That's why young men don't listen to the older men now. They don't listen because you guys have been trying to buck break them.
And being hypocrites.
And now they just said F you. And being hypocrites. You telling
Master
me.
P out there talking about how you have to uplift your community, you have to do this, do that. But you're not even paying your son or whatever. You're not even doing that. You're buying toys for people for Christmas.
Thank you.
You having your children are there living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Diddy talking about black love and doing this. You're peeing on a whole black woman, but you're so excited to go and impregnate an Asian woman.
I know.
Like, please.
And
she calls you the N-word on
yes,
TikTok.
She called him the N-word.
Really,
yes.
they say one thing out their mouth, but in the crack of their
Action,
a-hole, they're
yes.
acting the plum fool.
And that's why you cannot get the respect.
That's why you
of
can't
the
fear
young
a man
men.
because men are just as flawed.
You know,
They're
this is
flawed.
why. This is
just
why,
like any other human being.
Yeah, this is why the young men, they have no respect. And when they get old enough, they will show you that they have no respect for you. And they just keep the whole thing. It's like an infestation. It continues. My heart just breaks. Because like you said, she probably is in total denial. She was talking, I don't know how.
Oh, he hasn't had a haircut.
I know, like she's like, it's been a while. He hasn't had a haircut. I video chatted with him because
from jail.
Yeah, she video chatted twice that day, and I just because so I don't know how it'll feel when you become 80 years old, but you're tired. She did everything that she pulled out when she was younger, when she was in her 50s, her 40s, her 60s. When you still have something, because hey, my mom was going till she was 78 years old when she finally retired from work. Now I can say she's about to be 80 this year. Now I can say yes, she's actually slowed down.
Yeah.
I can say, oh wow, okay, mom actually is old now. Now I
Yeah.
can say it. Before she refused for us to say that.
Yeah.
But she retired at 78. She's going to be 80 in August. Now, so Miss Robbie, she's tired. What does she
Yeah.
have to look forward to now? I guess Tim's son, she has that one grandchild. Like, it's so sad. She lost this boy's father. She already lost her son. And now she lost her grandson, who she loved so much.
Yeah.
If you see them on the day that he was graduating, he came and asked her to help him do his tie. And then he just thanked her and just said, I just want to say thank you. Because if I was still in Texas, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
And he graduated. Tim cut him off. He was helping him with bills and stuff like that, but he cut him off in 2015. 2014, he took out the policy. And then now, 2016, he decided to kill him. Murder for hire, hired someone, this guy called Travel. And Tim was finally arrested 2020. He was finally arrested. But for those 3.5 years, Tim, I saw
He was
him
loose and fancy free.
Yeah, look, went with his mom to some place called Nature Bridge Street. Oh yeah,
Was reminiscing on all the people that were killed
that
on that
died,
street.
and even the nephew. That's where you had him killed. I guess you wanted to continue history. I
think that was very interesting. That at least I think 3 or 4 people died. Even his father died
father,
on that street.
when
And
she was pregnant with him.
Yeah. And he decided to kill his nephew on that same damn street.
Yeah. Like, something is not quite. And,
I think the first red flag was when he went to jail for armed robbery at a young age.
Yeah. 10 years.
I think that's a red flag. Because this is
10
somebody who...
10 years.
Because I was talking about gold diggers the other day.
Yeah.
This is somebody who will do anything for money.
Yeah.
He comes out.
Yeah.
She makes him a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, now he's having credit card debts. Had 215,000 credit card debts?
American Express. And I'm like,
so
but
making bad financial decisions.
Yeah, he was making, when you calculate everything that he was making a good 70,000 per week.
You could have paid that off.
I just don't
You could have
understand.
paid that off had you just cut back on whatever the hell you were doing, whatever drugs or liquor you were paying for, or whatever prostitutes you were going to go see. You could have stopped that, had some damn discipline, and paid it off.
Discipline is lacking.
Yeah.
Character is lacking.
Morale compass also lacking.
And so no matter what you do, because that is not there, those 3 things are not there, no matter how much money you get, it will never stay in your hand.
She should have never made him. I think she probably should not have made him a partner. But she was trying to bring him in. You should have had him be like a waitress or a waiter or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
that was her only son.
I know, but your son has been in jail. Sometimes you have to look at your child.
That's true.
For who they are, what they have done, assess the situation, and be like, I love you, but there's some stuff that I might not even understand as a mother that's going on with you.
You gotta earn your trust with me. Yeah. I don't think she gave him the opportunity to earn it. Because, and isn't that the same thing he used to complain about the young guys, Andre and Charles? Yeah. Like, oh, you give them too much too early. But she did the same thing for you. That's a red flag. Because that's how he knew she was giving him too much too soon.
He probably
because she
blames
did that
her.
on you.
He probably blames her. He does blame her because his ass sat there.
Yes.
And so the reason why he probably was blaming her.
Yes.
It's subconsciously for the reason why he killed Andre, because he sat there on that couch with all the other women, including his mother, sitting there saying that people go out and kill because we have single mothers who raise us and emasculate us.
Yes.
I think he was blaming his mother in that moment.
Yes,
I think he was.
And
he probably will be blaming her because you gave me too much too early.
Yes.
You did this. You babied me. You gave me too much.
You didn't allow me to be disciplined.
You didn't allow me to be disciplined. All I bought about time.
Now look, I gotta kill this boy now
because I have credit card
because
debts.
I never learned financial stuff. You should have taught me how to have financial intelligence before you gave me the baby manager.
See? It's almost like no matter what you do.
And do you know, as he left after they sentenced him, he yelled out, "You all take care of mom." That sounded very as though he was going on some kind of vacation. All right, you all, like I don't care.
And then he smiled with his devilish eyes, smiled for the camera in his mugshot. Crazy. Yeah. Straight up, out the Congo.
I actually did not know until I saw the orange. I said, "Oh, this is a mugshot picture."
Oh my God,
Miss Robbie, I just,
and the Bible, I think she did herself another disservice because my child go to jail. I've done too much. I'm not going to sit down there and watch you go to jail. And I'm not going to sit down here and support your raggedy ass when I've done everything for you. You going to jail? You want to be doing a life of crime when I've given my all? No. Oh, hell no. But there she is.
You're with God now.
Let him handle you the way he sees fit.
Yes, that's it. Don't even call me.
I would not have shut down those restaurants though. I would have been like, F you. I mean, she's tired, but you give it to somebody else. Keep that legacy going. Don't let it die with your delinquent son who's been in jail. You let him win that way.
Yeah.
I would not have done it. It's like, yes, people will come and ask me, "Oh my God, your son this." Yes,
And she
God is with him. Yes. I would not go shut down my stuff. I've worked hard for this. I'm going to shut it down because you decided to kill somebody? Yeah. No.
I mean, she could have given it to one of the sister's children.
Any number of people.
Yeah, her niece, all that stuff.
I just didn't think that was right. Because she could have kept it going. Just like the Duggars.
Because
like
the grandson is coming up.
Exactly.
And then you have an opportunity
I wouldn't really give it to the grandson.
No, not give it to him, but like he can, when he's a teenager, he can start working from the time he's 14 and learn the ropes and everything.
He can be an employee, but him being a sole owner, I would not do that because kids who have parents who have gone to jail, sometimes they have you start to feel sometimes as if am I kind of destined for that life, or sometimes you start feeling some type of attachment, especially if she's taking him to go see the daddy in jail and this is what you're growing up with. Sometimes it does something to you psychologically when you have a parent who's been in jail.
But you had a friend whose parents is in jail.
Yeah,
and that really still messed him up a little bit.
Yeah.
He carries it kind of like a shame.
Yeah.
Which is not even his fault at all. He
was doing some weird behaviors as well. So, I mean, I could leave him after a while.
Yeah.
But, so my thing is you just don't want to...
You hold on to it.
You hold on to that because, it's a shame, but then...
The sins of the fathers, man.
Because they say that in the Bible, the sins of the father are passed on to the children.
I know.
So you probably would just want him to be an employee. But if you have a convict, I just would not put them in any partner thing. And he's been in jail for 10 years. Yeah. You go there's no way in hell in my right mind I'm gonna go and do an armed robbery. Yeah. But it takes a lot for you to put that in your head and go commit that crime. Yeah. I would never commit a crime. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. So you just really can't go and be like, oh, let me give my convict son this. Yeah. Even though she tried to, but now look what he's done. He's ruined it as he smiles like a goddamn hyena in front of that gray screen.
I know.
Going to jail. Killed my nephew. Have a good day, y'all. Take care of mom.
Because look, I surely ain't going to be able to do that. I'm in jail now.
She will probably be dead by the time he comes out.
Oh, so sad.
And he can't even bury his mom now.
No, he's never going to. He's
Yeah. But it's
he
not
is there for life.
Just a selfish mother effer.
He's there for life. Now, he may get parole. Maybe, I don't know, maybe after 20 years.
I wouldn't. Because how do you go and kill? That's like your sister killing one of your children.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's how it is. You killed my child.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy. crazy.
Yeah.
And you know that, I mean,
Or
she's
like
80.
me going to say, "Oh, let me kill my nephew or my nieces," and I have a lot.
God
Like, it's
forbid.
crazy. It's
For
just-
some life insurance, because of some debt for a life
I'm
insurance
sorry.
policy, that is the most
I
uncivilized
think he
thing
was
I've ever heard in my
jealous. I
life.
think he was jealous of Andrea. What do you all think? I think because when you see pictures, you all, let me tell you, this has messed me up. It really has. I'm telling you.
You know, it's really just
I feel
very
so bad.
uncivilized. Cause I thought it was just, I didn't even know. I was like, oh, they're taking. Cause at first when I saw it, I thought, oh, murder for hire. Well, that's a bit harsh. Why is he going to jail for so long? And then you started doing research all night. I think she was doing research up until like 2 a.m. Just, I mean, she was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
I don't know why it hit me so hard, but it hits me so hard. Like, it just hits me so hard because I know I know how that feels when you are like trying to leave this legacy
Yeah,
for your children and you are working and you are alone.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You're alone and the buck stops with you.
yeah.
Only for
A child's to ruin it all.
like he's such a treasonous fuck. Just goes and kills. Like, he had armed robbery, right? But as a parent, you never think, hey, he's gonna go kill my grandson, his nephew. He's gonna go against the family like that. This is like some mafia BS, like whatever. And we are not even we're not even Italian or Russian. Like, we're African Americans up in this joint. And you go now you killing family? Like, I don't even understand. What the hell is this?
You know, I feel like parents have to kind of be aware of this. I feel like kids sometimes they will only tell you a portion of what the full truth is. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes as a parent, you have to think, okay, so if your child tells you, okay, mom, look, I did this or whatever, right? And it seems odd.
Yeah.
Always think, maybe, possibly, the
It's
situation is actually 5 times worse than what she's
what
telling
it
me.
is, exactly.
Always assume that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
I feel like at the end of the day, it's your parent. They're an authority figure. No one wants to disappoint their parents.
Right.
And also sometimes you don't want to have that guilt of like telling your parents you did all this and them watching you and looking at you and be suspicious of you. So I feel like sometimes you have to just assume that your child has done something 5 times worse. You know what I'm saying?
I am so...
So, because my thing is he did armed robbery. What else has he done? Because you don't go from doing armed robbery.
Yeah.
You have a gun.
Yeah.
You're doing something for money. You have to really go deep inside and look. Okay, he's done armed robbery. He is stealing money. He's gone so far as to get a gun.
Yeah.
So he knows that he was willing to kill somebody.
Yeah.
He has stolen money. Okay,
Yeah.
that means that he is willing to do anything for money.
Yeah.
You have to always think of it like in this psychological thing.
Yeah.
Like, why would he do this?
Yeah.
What is he really trying to get?
Yeah.
And how far is he willing to go?
Yeah.
So that's how you think about it when you think of it like the situation has to be 5 times worse.
And you know,
Because, really, she wasn't expecting it. Because you think, oh, my child, they're just doing this. They're not doing all this. You want to believe your child, even though you may have suspicions.
Yeah.
Listen to that gut instinct.
The gut instinct.
That's coming from a child.
Mm.
Well, I'm 24, but I'm just saying.
I hear you.
I,
You know, I feel like...
child.
I remember when, I think the mom was suing him. Did the mom sue him for like, I don't know.
Because he tried to go and take her money.
Well, her name.
Her name, yeah.
The Sweetie Pie name. Because
Like what Rihanna did
he
to-
had restaurants.
Yeah.
In LA. He went up to LA there to have some restaurants and he called it Sweetie Pie. And so she was suing him for taking the name. And I remember he was talking to Charles.
Yeah.
And was asking him about that. And I mean, and the way he was like, he seemed so contemplative, like he was just contemplating. Probably by that time, shoot, I got this life insurance on this woman. But maybe I can't go and kill her now because, Andrea already died.
He probably was going
killed.
to wait another few years before he kills his mama.
Maybe
I think he would have.
You just don't know.
Because whether he would sit down there and blame his mom for why men go and murder each other. That's some bold stuff to say that in front of your mom.
That's no accountability. Zero. zero accountability.
And the
Zero.
fact that he would say that, because my thing is, I feel like it's very odd for him to say that. You know why? Because why would you go and say that in front of your mom?
Yeah.
And then my thing is,
All in public.
why would you say that when you are trying to put on this facade that like you are this perfect man? Yes, you've been to jail, but now you are changed. You have been rehabilitated. All
Yes.
this stuff. So why would you go and say that and be like, it's because of mothers? That's why we go to the streets.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're guilty and you're trying to
No,
blame
he
her.
looked guilty. That interview that Kim Whitley did, he looked guilty as he stuttered along. You know, like I'm looking at this guy now. It's just like I'm looking at all those episodes after the nephew died. I'm just like, huh, you know. But I don't want to make this too long.
I know we're almost at 40 minutes.
So he got convicted. He was found guilty September 2022. And then just yesterday, he was, sentenced to life in prison. I was just, the sex worker, she was also part of that. She also has been charged. The insurance agent was charged. This was in 2020, and also Travel, the hired gun. They have all been charged. But yeah, he was sentenced yesterday to life in prison.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that just broke the mom.
Yeah.
And it has devastated the family.
Absolutely.
As Miss Robbie had told Kim Whiteley, because it just blows up the family completely. Because forevermore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your son was the one, you know?
Who did that?
Yeah.
I think she's just in denial.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all.
Well, that's it.
It's
That's
Mary.
it. And Alma.
I invite y'all to like,
Share.
subscribe,
Comment down below. Miss Robbie,
wake up.
well, at
Please.
this point,
Let's
she's-
just,
she's
I think
not-
it will probably put her 10 feet under if she actually admits it. So that's probably why she's not even trying to
Yeah,
acknowledge it.
sometimes you gotta
Because
like.
you're so old, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the mind tries to protect you
You know,
from pain, you know, and so she can't handle that right now. So
I
I
don't
think
think
she
so.
still believes his story, I guess.
I guess all I can say is take it easy.
You know, allegedly they said that Andre has sent her a text before to tell her that Tim is like coming for me. You know, yes, allegedly.
Coming for him how?
Don't know. Don't know.
Maybe he had a feeling.
Had a feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, bye y'all. Tell us what you think about this. Were you all as shocked? Like, I'm so late on this. I mean, you don't watch a show for a while and look at what happens. Lord have mercy. Did not see this coming. But bye y'all. Have a great weekend and thanks
Yes.
for joining us.
Yeah, y'all.